Who cares? We got this. Who cares? Who cares? Let them. Hello, besties. Welcome back to our podcast with Shabana and Lita. We're so excited to be here because not only we get to spend time with each other, but we're including you guys into our conversation. We're thrilled.
We're so happy to have you all. We have over 3,000 of you guys across different platforms. So thank you so much for believing in us and for growing our community.
All you got to do now is subscribe to our channel on YouTube and send this episode to all the people you know.
Well, let's get started with today's episode. We're just going to jump into our question of the day. Shabana, what is confidence to you? What does it mean?
Well, confidence to me means when you are not ashamed of yourself. It's a self-acceptance. When you love yourself first and, you deal with any struggle that comes your way, you stand nice and tall. That is confidence to me.
I love it. I love it because you kind of included everything in there. To be honest, you pretty much said it all, but that's exactly it. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know. First, you have to respect yourself and believe in yourself in order for others to believe and respect you as well, right? If correct. You know and you know that you're capable of doing certain things and you're constantly reminding yourself that I can do it and I will do it, no matter who comes and who tells you what, or if it's different, you will not care. It will not bother you. It will not change your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Confidence develops from childhood. I think in a household where there is really good relationship with parents loving each other, having great siblings, growing up in a happy household, that's where you build the most confident child, and then that's how it starts. Imagine being in a very toxic household and having toxic parents fighting each other all the time, always treating their kids not nicely. It just destroys the child from them.
It does, because when that child wants to say something or even try to stop the parents from arguing, they're in such a bad mood that they might shut that child, and keep getting shut like that will drop their self-esteem. It will lower their self-esteem, and it will actually lower their confidence, and they're no longer able to go outside in the outside world and raise their hand in class or do something, because they think that whenever they open their mouth, someone is going to shut it. Because if it's happening inside their household, it's so easy for them to believe it could happen anywhere. So you're right, it does start with childhood. And I think that age, when you're a kid, when you're growing up, those are such important age in your life that you need to have your support. You need to have your family to allow you to tell you who you really are and who you can grow up to be.
You can always work on it later in life. Some people might get lucky enough to be in a very happy household, and some kids might not be able to get that. Yeah. So that shouldn't stop them to work on later in life, because it comes also with, later in life, who you hang out with,
who you surround yourself with, right?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, because even when I was a child, I struggled with self-confidence. And you think in our culture, it's more of just telling the kids, don't speak too much, or don't talk when the elders are talking. So I think that also, lowers your self-esteem, or
100%.
Because it doesn't happen in these countries, you know.
We give our kids a lot of attention, and we allow them to speak and bring in their thoughts and just given their opinion as well. We may not listen to it all the time, but we do allow them to speak, and that helps boost their confidence and their self-esteem, to your point. But as we were growing, obviously, if there was a full room full of adults and aunts and uncles and parents, and if they talked about something that you may have learned in school and you have something to say, you didn't. I didn't even have the guts to speak.
They would say chup show, you're so little, you're not supposed to talk when elders are talking. And I think that's what happened to me when I came to Canada. I personally think because of that, I was struggling to actually do presentations in class.
Oh my God.
I was struggling to even I remember the times I knew how to speak. I started learning English, but I was afraid to speak English because I didn't have the self-esteem to speak.
I think it puts you behind as well. Exactly what you said. When I was new here as well, I knew English, I knew my grammar was pretty strong as well.
Yeah.
But because I was never confident enough, I didn't have the confidence to even raise my hand, even when I knew the right answer. Or when I did presentations, I would be so nervous. I would think, even if I did all my research, I did my homework, I did really well, I would get good grades. But because I didn't have the confidence, I just thought I would do bad. And sometimes when you think negative, you just end up being in a negative situation, because it just like, I kept thinking I'm going to do so bad, and that I would actually end up doing bad because I was too focused on doing bad.
Yeah. Confidence is so important in life, Lita. There's so much things you can do in life, but imagine you can't do them because you are lacking it, or you have low self-esteem and you think you cannot do it. So it just keeps you so behind in life.
100%,
And it could start with the smallest thing, Lita, even at home, in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are failing their marriages because of not having confidence, to
Exactly,
speak
because they don't
up.
know how to stand up for themselves and speak up their emotions.
Or carry conversation.
Carry a regular conversation. Yeah. Because sometimes they haven't had the opportunity to even talk to others or outside of their home. They've let others kind of do that part.
Yeah.
And they just kept quiet because they didn't have the conversation. Now they become this quiet person that even in their marriage, they don't have the confidence to say what they feel, and just to bring a peace to whatever argument and all they're having, because they think they're not going to be able to explain their feelings.
We all struggle with some sort of low self-esteem, and believe it or not, for me the struggle was doing this podcast. When we decided to do so, I thought I'm never ever going to be able to face the camera, face the world, speak in front of a camera for 20 minutes, 10 minutes. And guess what? I faced it, I said yes, and I did it, and I'm trying to still get better at it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be the best at it before doing something. I think some people believe that because they're not going to be the best, or it's not going to be at 100%, I will not do it, I will not touch it. And I think that's what really puts them behind. You need to try it, even if it's at your 50%, do it at 50%, and eventually you will get to that 100%. You don't have to be perfect at anything. I remember we had these conversations. I am on social media, I do some posts here and there, but I still had my struggles and challenges as well. I wasn't as comfortable, bringing up myself here, talking in front of a camera, talking about some topics that obviously we are interested in, but some topics that are also new for us. But we had to do it because we felt like this is us, and we felt like this is only going to help us bring our confidence even at the next level.
Absolutely.
Right? And it has, it's really made me more open to trying out new things, to doing new things that I'm not comfortable with. Sometimes you have to step away from your comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we did, and that's what we're not gonna give up. And just until, like you said, we grow more and we see ourselves in a better position each day. And it's just about trying. That's what it takes.
And it's about putting trust on yourself. You said it really well in the beginning, right? Having your trust and trusting and believing in yourself is the number one, or the top or most important thing about confidence. When you believe you can do it, I believe in myself. You have to remind yourself on a daily basis, I can do it, I believe in myself, and just continuing that momentum.
And don't let anybody take your confidence away, because it's really gonna destroy you even more. And just always ignore people. Don't let them control you in any way.
And I have regrets. When I was new to the country, I was really good with volleyball. I used to play volleyball when I had gym. I was a really good server. I would serve so well, it would just
I can
reach.
see that,
because I have long arms, right? But whenever they had tryouts, there was one of my classmates. She'd be like, "Oh my God, you should totally try it out. You should be in the team." I would be like, no, thank you. I would see all the girls in the team. They all had their friends group. They were all very well spoken, because obviously they were born here, raised, and they had done a lot of volleyball and practicing and all throughout the years. This was my first time playing volleyball, or even knowing about volleyball. Where I lived, we didn't play volleyball. It was other sports. So I didn't have the confidence to play or even to go in the tryouts. I just stayed back, and I would just watch the other people
Wow.
play, and it would hurt me inside. And even now when I think about it, I'm just like, I should have just done it. Had I, like, if I had the confidence,
Yeah.
I would have totally done it. Maybe I wouldn't even make it. Maybe the
Yeah.
tryouts, like I would go to the tryouts, I wouldn't even make it to the team, but at least I wouldn't have regrets that I didn't try. So
See how much you missed because you didn't have, you had low self-esteem and you didn't have the confidence to carry something that
Exactly.
you liked.
But that has helped me change me now. Whereas if I like something, if I want to pursue something, I will try it.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether it's with my job, whether it's with my like day to day, whether it's with a passion. I have had so many different passions, and I'm like literally touching other things like here, there. I do this, I do a little bit of that, and whether I take it to like that next level or not, it's at least I'm happy that I tried it and I gave it like my best.
Yeah.
And if it works, if it works. If it doesn't work, like that's okay. At least I tried.
What do you think that changed us the most, having more confidence now? Looking back, how we started school and we're so shy, we couldn't
It's the
talk
regrets.
even.
For me, it's the regrets. Like thinking back.
Also, probably work experience and being a
Meeting new
mom
people.
and meeting new people and traveling. All that gives you more confidence as well, right?
Of course, I think just having a good friend group, having good supportive family, and also believing in yourself is like all the things that has personally helped me a lot.
I love how you said that. Believing in yourself is number
the
one.
biggest, yeah.
Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will.
Yeah.
People
if
will
you
try to
carry yourself out with confidence, if you speak well during a meeting or with your colleagues or even with senior executives, if you have meetings and all, they will know. Even if you don't know, you can walk, like you can literally like sometimes people say fake it to make it. Like it's not about fake it to make it, it's about how you explain something. Like when I get a question from someone, if I don't know the answer, I don't say I don't know. I respond to say like, this is the information we have, however we will look into more details and all. Just kind of like give something but also take away the rest if you can't give a full response. But I feel like before I wasn't like that. I would just be like too shy. I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Or even if I knew something, because I didn't have the confidence, I wouldn't even want to respond or say it. But just remember, you're not gonna have the wrong answer. Having no answer is worse than having a wrong answer, to be honest.
Just a little bit say something.
Exactly, just have something to say. It just helps.
And sometimes, as you were saying that, I do believe that sometimes it's a personality trait, right?
Yes.
So I have two boys and they have two different personalities. I have my elder one that's more, shy. He's more laid back. He won't speak as much as the little one. So, I've raised them both same way, I think.
Okay, yeah, no, fair. That's a fair point.
So I'm just thinking about that now. The little one actually will speak more
on behalf
of the elder one. And to me, it's so surprising because they're born with different personality traits, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it is your personality to be a little bit laid back, a little shy, and the little one has more confidence. And just like how I am, I feel like I am more talkative and social. I'll step on things more than my elder sister. So it is a personality thing as well. So let's not forget that. But
yeah, that's true, because now I think about my daughter as well.
Yeah.
She's the complete opposite of me. Well, not the complete opposite, but when it comes to just talking, she's not that social. But it also, I think, for my daughter has to do with her being a COVID baby. We didn't socialize much. We were on lockdown, and also she really didn't get to go to a lot of like play places and all of that. Now that she's in school and she's around more kids, I can see her bringing her personality out. So it's nice to see that. But to your point, it does have to do with someone's personality. But I think like depending on who you want to be and what you want to be and what you want to do, having your confidence is so important. And sometimes you need to come out of that personality, like come out of your shell, like your comfort zone, because maybe in your workspace or with your passion or with your career you might not need it, but you might need it as a mom. You need to have your confidence to discipline your child and for your child to listen to you. And it's not just about them listening to you, but also really knowing, like, you know what you're saying and you have the grounds for it, right? Like, they need to have that respect for you, and it comes with confidence. Like, if I tell my daughter, like, don't play, and like I'm just like kind of shy out, and just say it's okay, don't play, like if you watch cartoon, I'll be mad, and I'm just like saying it like subtly and all, she's still gonna go, she might just go play in her room or might watch cartoon. But if I say you are not allowed to have screen time, so please don't, like depending on how I say it, she's gonna be listening and attentive, right?
Wow, you said that well, Lita, and I can relate to that because being a mother, you need to be firm on the kids sometimes, and you should know how to speak. That's when they're gonna it's gonna click in their head what they need to do next. So I believe that you should not give anybody the power to make you feel a certain way. You are responsible for your happiness, and only you and yourself can make you happy
and confident. So thank you so much for watching this episode. Again, we are so happy and grateful for each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to watch us weekly on Thursdays on YouTube.
Please subscribe to our channel, like we said again. Share this with anybody you know and comment below.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.